first morning here for the X3 at the Citromec headquarters, and well, it's obvious we can't have cars looking like this sitting around at the yard. So we're gonna do something about this today. I feel sorry for it. Bird shit and sawdust. I'm gonna start with blowing away all this dust everywhere. Get this out of here. See if we can save the interior. Well, this is the usual bullshit going on here, but it's still like, well, I don't know. It's nice to have these original front seats because it's an X3. Okay, now let's start the work. After some brushing and soaping and sponging, it's well, it's orange. Let's have a sneak peek at the inside of the X3. It's got a steering wheel with this cover on it. It was pretty common during the 90s. You bought these on the gas stations and you put them on your GSA steering wheel that was like full of mold instead of cleaning it, and then you drove away happily ever after. This is a typical car with a lot of old man solutions. Like, look at the dome light. Yeah. Well, no further comments. And of course, this is a GSA, and it's of course leaking oil. And when they started the defroster, the man with the hat on, it of course was smelling deadly of warm oil. So they had this old man solution of this little gadget. It's a defroster, electrical defroster, and it's one at each side. 12 volt, probably keeping at least the front windscreen free of mist. And I was actually pretty sad about this because I didn't want these covers. See if I can be one-handed here. I didn't want these covers to get ruined by holes, but I see that they actually glued it there. That's good news. That's so good news. I can just like price them off and then we're good to go. Let's see if I can reach over here and get this one off too. Yeah, look at that. Oh, perfect. Wow, it's totally undamaged. Should we dare to put the battery in the car and see what's working or not? Or if it will explode or burn or... Well, there's another old man solution. What is that? Let's see what it says on it. If I can have some focus there. What's it say? Heat fan warm. Ah, it's for the... Okay. Ha! What a funny little thing. But they have drilled hole in the panel. It's another one on this side. It's probably for... Oh, it's each one for each side, of course. Huh. This hole won't be that visible, but at this side. We need to fix that in some way. Okay. Then you have the speakers down there. Doesn't matter that much. Let's get a battery. I'm so curious about what works or not. Let's see what happens when we turn the key on, because we have a battery installed now. Key is in there, and wow, look, both oil pressure and generator, or what you call it, charging, and this one too. Is there any stoplight? No, it should be on by now if it was working. Clock works immediately, it doesn't flash or anything, it just works. These used to just start flashing each time you put on the keys. You always have to readjust them. Some gadget, some electronic gadget in them that just fails, probably due to age. These ones are, yeah, look, yeah, they're actually working. Now the lights are on, and now that one doesn't pick up on camera, but it's green now. Are you kidding me? One of them actually lit up. Look. Wow. And we have a complete working front light system. But still, so that works. Do we have any action here? That's the front light washer wiper system. Oops. Something is sounding. They're actually live in it. That's funny. Rear. Oh, it works. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Okay. Wonder if we dare to test these gadgets. If you put this one on, it starts to... That was scary. It actually starts to blow hot air. Is this one also working? Let's see if I can... I'm still a bit one-handed here, but let's hold it with my knees and it starts blowing. That's not much of a... Oh. It smells. And it is actually warm, so it works. Let's see if we can see what's going on here. It's obviously something wrong on this side. There is some oil leak somewhere. I haven't been able to determine where, but this is a suspect behind here, or maybe here. Looks pretty messy around the radial seal there, the crankshaft. But first thing, I'm gonna remove this wheel and see if we can clean it up around there. But now when I look closer to it, it looks actually more than that it's on this side. But why is the oil leak concentrated on this side and not that much on that side. I don't know. Well, it looks like it's been leaking here, and on the wheel you can see, I think one can see here traces of it's throwing out oil here, because it's a bit more humid here. So I suppose that this one is leaking, and probably the main one too. Yeah, this engine has more kilometers on it. It's a 180,000 kilometers engine. So once it's cleaned, we see that the oil leakage preserved it from getting rusty. Looks really nice compared to that one. Also clean this. Let's see if we can. It would be easier to see now if it's leaking there or not. So that goes back together again. So these are pretty worn. We're not keeping them, but for this purpose, yeah, let's put them on there. Think about how easy it is to just put these timing belts back on the car or the engine. It's so easy done. Right side 12 o'clock, left side 6 o'clock, oil pump, yellow marking. It's so easy. I don't know what to do next. Wash my hands maybe, because they're totally ruined by this goo this car is full of, or this engine bay is full of. Put the fan on so we can turn the engine. I want to turn the engine like 2 full turns just to see so that nothing touches anything. But this should be good to go now. Then let's go get the fan. Turns around beautifully, totally normal. I didn't bother to wash the fan. It's anyway, it's pretty beaten up here. It's lacking some pieces, and no, if we use this engine, we're gonna have another fan on anyway. Maybe a new one, new old stock. Yeah. Engine's ready to start. Yeah, it's ready. Let's get a battery and some gas and hope for the best. I connected the original fuel hoses on the carb, and the car runs on the old fuel. Wow. So let's see. We can have a little test drive without suspension. Take it very slowly so we don't break anything in the suspension, but actually the engine runs on the fuel that's in the fuel tank that is like almost 30 years old. How's that possible? Let's see. It's gonna be a very bumpy ride, but I just want to test the gears. The We got no brakes or anything. Oh, of course. And no idling at all. Nothing. Second gear. I just want to go in third gear and then gear down to second, see what happens. That was too fast. Things in the luggage just bounced around, but I hope I didn't do something stupid now. Let's see if we can. The idling circuit in the carb is just stuck. It's just blocked. I'm gonna park it with the nose in, away from the sun. There. I had the alternator taken apart because it was rusted. It was just stuck by, well, sitting 30 years in the barn. That was humid. I took it apart, sanded the surfaces, cleaned it very, very roughly, very sketchy. And when I got it to spin freely, I put it back on the engine, and it's charging. I get a feeling this car wanna live. I'm gonna try to have a little test drive. We have these pretty sketchy solutions here, but already starts to smell really disgusting in here from the oil. What do you think, Saxo? Should we go shopping, some groceries? Let's see if this just has to be really slow. I just want to check the gears. Oh, it's so bumpy. Oops. We're lucky we didn't meet the mailman. It says we're low on fuel. You can see, yeah, we're getting pretty low on fuel, and that's why that one is lighting up.